Donald Trump's bold moves, reshaping global relations. In 2025, from trade wars to military alliances, Donald Trump's second term is shaking up the world stage. Welcome to the Global Eyes. Trump's bold moves and what they mean for international relations. Factories, shipping containers, US-Mexico border footage. Voiceover. First up, trade wars. On February 1st, 2025, President Trump imposed sweeping tariffs, 25% on Canada and Mexico and 10% on China. The goal? To pressure these nations to crack down on drug trafficking and illegal migration. But the move is already sparking backlash. While Trump argues these tariffs are necessary for national security, critics warn they could disrupt supply chains, raise consumer prices, and trigger retaliatory measures. For example, Mexico and Canada have threatened to hit US agricultural exports with their own tariffs. Meanwhile, China is using the opportunity to expand its influence in Latin America. NATO summit footage, military exercises, let's talk about NATO. Trump is demanding that member nations increase defense spending to 5% of GDP, more than double the current target. While some Eastern European countries support the move, Western allies like Germany and France are pushing back, calling it destabilizing. Trump's transactional approach to alliances is raising questions about the future of collective security. At the same time, he's courting India and Southeast Asian nations to counter China's growing influence. But his ambivalence toward traditional partnerships could undermine trust in the Indo-Pacific region. Abraham Accords signing ceremony, Jerusalem footage, protests in Palestine. Voiceover. In the Middle East, Trump is building on his first-term success with the Abraham Accords, which normalized Israel's ties with UAE, Bahrain, and Morocco. Now he's pushing to expand Arab-Israeli cooperation. While these accords have bolstered Israel's regional security, they've also sparked backlash from the Palestinian Authority, which sees them as a betrayal of their quest for statehood. Trump's recognition of Jerusalem as Israel's capital continues to fuel tensions in the region. On the climate front, Trump has reinstated his withdrawal from the Paris Climate Agreement and the World Health Organization. His executive orders prioritize fossil fuel production, including expanding drilling in Alaska and revoking appliance efficiency standards. Meanwhile, Trump's focus on energy dominance risks delaying the US transition to renewable energy, potentially leaving the country behind in the race for green technology. Trump rallies, US flags, global leaders at summits. Voiceover. At the heart of Trump's foreign policy is the America First doctrine, a focus on unilateralism over cooperation. From suspending refugee programs to designating cartels as terrorist organizations, his actions prioritize domestic security and economic sovereignty. While this approach resonates with his base, it's alienating traditional allies. The EU, for instance, is deepening ties with China and India to offset US unpredictability. Experts warn that this shift could weaken America's global influence in the long run. Donald Trump's second term is undeniably reshaping the global order. Whether it's through tariffs, military alliances, or climate policy, his actions are sending ripples across the world. Will this new approach strengthen America's position, or will it lead to greater instability,